like, hey fam, in Cameroon, you look left, you look right, you run and cross. Okay? In Cameroon, are you mad? You enter somebody's shop and you just scatter everywhere. It's not Cameroon, fam. This is not Cameroon. Dun, 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 dun. Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Minami and I'm back again with another YouTube video. It's your first time on my channel, you're very much welcome. Do all to grab a seat, subscribe down below because it's absolutely free, and in this channel we'll bring only bomb ass videos. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all those cultural differences which I experienced moving from Cameroon to the United Kingdom. So if you're interested to know any of those differences which I experienced and I'm like, that's not what we do in the motherland, then do all to keep on watching. And with all that said, let's jump right into this video. The first cultural shock I experienced moving to the UK was the climate. So moving straight out of the airport, I saw this beautiful, nice golden sun. Everywhere was looking fresh. Like I thought it was going to be warm. When I was moving out, I could see the sun shine, but it was so cold. So the weather here is so deceiving. One moment it's snowing, the next minute it's raining, the sun is shining. So yeah. And also with regards to the weather, I also just, before coming to the UK, I just thought, oh, if they say it's winter, it's going to be snowing all day. In the UK, it's not like that. It's winter, it's raining. It's winter, you're home and you're seeing like, oh, this is a bright day, the sun is shining, and you go outside, you can freeze to death. So that's not how it happens. Whereas in Cameroon, if the sun is shining, it means it's hot. The rain is falling. It's cold, but not as cold as here in the UK. Like here, fam, is really, 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 really cold. Also, before moving to the UK, I thought everybody had their accents. Like, can you get me a bottle of water? And you know, I don't have it yet, so I thought everybody had their accent. But England is full of multicultural, like different cultures. There are people here from all over the world. You see Ghanaians, people from Zimbabwe, people from France, people from all over Europe, all over the world are here, and people talk differently. No, not everybody is like, I want a bottle of water, of this, but the accent is really sexy. The accent, 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 this accent, UK accent. Like I was saying, UK is multicultural. There are people here from all over the world, from Africa, from Europe, from everybody. Everybody's here and everybody talks. They have their different accents and you know, all that. Next thing I noticed, which was so strange for me, was the directions in which the cars were moving on the road. In Cameroon, they drive, let me see, on the left hand, yeah, the driver sits on the left hand and then the next person, like the first passenger, sits on the right. But here the driver sits on the right hand, and that's how the road also is just going opposite. So I was like, one quick fact, I saw a car moving on the road, and since I looked at it, I was like, is there anybody driving this car or is just moving? And also then one other thing that happened in relation to the car, I had to go out with my dad, and then I was going to get into the car and I was like, open the door. I was like, are you the one who wants to drive? Like, go the other way. I'm like, what? The cars moving in opposite direction was something that was really shocking to me, because in Cameroon the cars are not like that. Okay, the next thing which I noticed, which was very shocking for me, is the fact that you cannot just wake up and just go to the hospital as you please. Like, you just wake up, maybe in Cameroon somebody has a fever, or you just feel like, oh, this is this, if you know what I'm trying to say, and you just go to the hospital. Yeah, you're supposed to be registered in the GP, if that's what's called. Before you go to the hospital, it means you have gone to the doctor, which your, or the small hospital, if I can call it, where your family is registered, or around your neighborhood, and then they cannot handle your case then before you're going to go to the hospital. But in Cameroon, just take a taxi, pap, go, you consult. This just free access. You can just go to the hospital anyhow, whenever you please. And another culture shock, even if there's an emergency here, you don't just wake up and just put the patient in your car, or the person that's had whatever, and then you're just moving to the hospital. You have to call the ambulance. They're going to come with some members from the NHS, National Health Service, something like that, from the NHS, and then they are going to come and check if it's not possible, if it's something that they have carried to the hospital. Yeah, if not, they're just going to treat you at your house, and then you stay there. I'm like, what? Tea is so common here. When you walk in somebody's house, the first thing they're like, oh, can I get you a hot drink? Can I make some tea for you? In Cameroon, somebody be like, no, get me beer, get me this or that. So it was really shocking to me that getting into someone's house, the first thing they'll offer you is tea. And every point of the day, be it if you come in the morning, you come in the afternoon, or in the evening, they're going to offer you tea. So it was really shocking to me, because in Cameroon it's the opposite. When a visitor comes to your house, they'll call one of their children and they'll be like, oh, Mina, ask what the visitors want to drink. You get their choices, you get beer, maybe wine or champagne, depending on the occasion. But yeah, the first thing a British person will offer you is tea. And also their seasoning. You hear what somebody be like, oh, I don't like spicy food. Yeah, a child will be like, oh, this food is so spicy. In Cameroon, the seasoning, the cube, the everything, spice, that's what we live like. That's what we live on, like spicy things. You know, when your food, the aroma, the seasoning, people here don't really bother too much about that. Like the British people, they don't really bother much about that. Also, one culture shock I experienced, I was home and we were cooking. The oil I heated was so hot, and the window was not open and stuff like that. So the fire alarm, I'm like, what was that? In Cameroon, you can literally bleach oil. The oil gets so hot, you'll be frying, there's no fire alarm. And then I was told, each time I hear this fire alarm, wherever I am, I should just try to make my way out. So that was really shocking to me. The next thing I experienced, I got my power bank, I charged it, yes, like I was using it when I was on transit and all those things. But then I came here and I have no use for it since I got into the UK. There's always been lights every day, 247, no power cuts. But in Cameroon, NAO can destroy your destiny. You can literally be trying to upload a video, or maybe you're on live and then pop, the light goes out. There are so many times I've tried to film a video in Cameroon and maybe start doing your browse, and then the light will cease. You'll be like, oh, like it's just frustrating. But yeah, it's completely different. Light 247, 247. Another culture shock I experienced was the fact that you can just move into a shop and just move around, see whatever or just, you can just move into a shop, move around, touch things, and then move outside. In Cameroon, are you mad? Who are you? Like, are you, if you even just go, maybe move into a shop and you're trying to ask for things randomly and you're not buying, the woman is actually just going to kick you out, or even do whatever. But yeah, you can actually move into a shop, even stay there for a while, you're moving around doing eye shopping, and then you don't buy and you move out, and it's completely okay. Another thing, customer service. Yeah, customer is really key. You know how the clientele, how they're going to be talking to you, receiving you, all this, all that. Do you need help? Should I get? Yeah, that's what they do here. But in Cameroon, it's not like that. You cannot just move into somebody's shop and you're carrying this, carrying that. I also went to the shop to get some things to my dad, and we took something from a shelf. When we moved to a different shelf, I saw that. I was like, oh, I prefer this. And then I took the stuff. I was going to return it back where I gotten it from. My dad was like, do you work here? Just drop that thing there and let's go. I was like, Cameroon, are you mad? You enter somebody's shop and you just scatter everywhere. You carry something, you do not take it from there, and you're living here. In the motherland, it doesn't happen like that. Nah, it doesn't happen like that. Yeah, it's completely different, and I was so shocked. Another culture shock I experienced was also when I went to the shop. We You can do self-service. I think in Cameroon there are some places where you can do self-service. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we moved into this shop, and after buying, we're at the counter trying to pay for stuff, and then we got an alarm. And then I asked my dad, I was like, what's that alarm for? Is it also the fire alarm? And he's like, no, it means somebody has been caught, stole something. And he told me somebody stole something. I'm like, how? And then how did they detect it? I think in Cameroon somebody can walk in somebody's shop or a store and the person steals and successfully leaves their place. But yeah, when you go to a shop and you take an item, if it was not scanned, by the time you're leaving, walking out of the shop, is going to alarm, because the item was not scanned, and it means you did not pay for it, and then you'll start the search and all those kind of things. But in the motherland, it doesn't happen like that. I think somebody can just steal and leave. Somebody can just carry something and just another very big culture shock I experienced. I was at the shop. After leaving from the shop, I had to go to the other side of the shopping center, and it requires you to cross the road. So as we're going, I just went there. You know the way we do in Cameroon, just look left, right, and cross. But yeah, I was about crossing, and then this lady held me back and was like, oh, that's not what is done. You're supposed to, there's this thing, you just have to like press the button to indicate that you're pedestrians who are about to cross the road, and then you're going to wait for the light to turn. It's going to be showing red. You're going to wait for the light to turn green before you can cross. I was like, hey fam, in Cameroon, you look left, you look right, you run and cross. Okay. But yeah, it's completely different. You're supposed to wait. If it's a bicycle or you're about to cross, you just press that button and then you wait before going. Another culture shock which I experienced in Cameroon, you can just step out of your house, get to the road, break a taxi, and then you start moving. But yeah, you are supposed to book for a taxi. You also are supposed to book for a taxi. If you want to get a bus, you have to go to the bus stop where the bus stops and all this kind of protocols and stuff. In Cameroon, 2 seconds, just maybe with 100 francs, you go to wherever you want to go to around you, or just break a taxi and you're off. The next cultural difference I encountered, which is different from Cameroon. In Cameroon, you know all your neighbors. You know everybody. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's in everybody's business. But yeah, there's a lot of individualism. Everybody minds their business. And for instance, in Cameroon, another cultural shock, in the motherland, you just wake up in the morning or greet everybody, like open the door, you leave your doors open. Yeah, everybody is indoors closed. You don't even know your neighbor. Like, it's just rare. Everybody for themselves. Wake up in the morning, this person is going to work, this person. Just face your front, mind your business. So guys, those were some of the cultural differences I've faced so far, and I'm sure I'm going to be experiencing more of those, because presently we're in the lockdown and I've not really interacted with people that much. But with time, I'm sure I'm going to face more of these culture shocks, and if I do, I'll definitely share them with you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys on my next one. Don't forget to subscribe, fam. Okay?